Aha, don't date my sister. Don't date my sister. Why will you be dating my sister? I thought there are plenty fishes in the sea. Why is she the only fish you want to see? Emeka, we are brothers. Do you hear me? We are brothers, but my sister is out of bound. It is an unspoken bro code. Stop it. Look elsewhere.
That is Lexie Armani, a skit maker and a content creator. A lot of you have seen his videos and you know him as the Vox Pop King or the Matchmaking King. And they call him the Matchmaking King because his videos where he matchmakes young single folks have garnered a lot of views, hence a lot of followers. Today, we will be talking about skit making and content creation in Africa. We're talking about the challenges, we're talking about the perks, we're talking about social media, amplifying these things, because skit making, came out like a decade ago and it's now gaining center stage along with Nollywood. So this is Fafanua Africa. I'm Blessings Bosugu, your host, and on this show we talk about everything youth related, from employment to creativity, everything about the youth. So you don't want to miss this conversation. Stay with us. Although content creation, skit making came out about a decade ago, if you ask me, I would say that the COVID-19 amplified that, because a lot of people try to devise new ways, to create content, to entertain the audience. And I think that that is where the industry was, I wouldn't say birthed, but the industry was more amplified. And now it is in competition, like I said earlier, with the Nollywood industry, with people putting in their effort to create content. So you see people on different social media apps, either mimicking dance or making skits or making matchmaking videos, like my guest who's going to be joining us very shortly. And of course, all this is aimed at entertainment, and it has created a lot of job opportunities because a lot of people have jumped on this, and then because of that there is brand partnership, because of that there are other opportunities, and that's what we're going to be discussing. But let's not forget that it also has its own challenges. So without saying much, I'm joined today by Lexie Armani, the Matchmaking King. Lexie Armani was a media presenter. He is also featured in certain skits, and he's a content creator. Like I said, he's the Matchmaking King. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Lexie. Hi, Lexie. How are you doing? It's been so long.
Yeah, it's been like 2 years.
I know, right?
Okay. You're doing great.
You look amazing.
Thank you. We try.
All right. So we're talking about content creation, right? The skit making industry, basically. And of course, you are a content king, and your followers have skyrocketed over time.
Thank you, Lord.
So in relation to, creating job opportunities and maybe creating an avenue for the youths to, would I say, shine or find themselves, how would you describe content creation and its advantages in today's world?
Well, first off, I always like to differentiate content creation from skit making and then influencer.
Okay,
three different things, right?
Because a lot of people now is everything put together.
I'm an influencer, I'm a skit maker. So a skit maker does not necessarily, an influencer doesn't necessarily have to be a skit maker or a content creator, right?
Right.
For instance, Wizkid is an influencer. Tiwa Savage is an influencer. Skit makers, you can call the likes of Sabinos and the likes, you get me? Then content creators are, anybody can be a content creator. You're a content creator, right? If you do BTS videos of what you're doing, that's content creation.
Lifestyle
right?
vlogging.
Exactly, gym and everything. So creating job opportunities for the youth is being amazing, right? People are cashing out millions, building houses, getting new cars like almost every month, right? Because when you put in work and you go to the extent of pushing it outside, please watch my videos, check my link and everything, the hard work actually has to pay. So I feel like content creation has created a lot of job opportunities for people.
So would you say that it's the content creating itself, or the fact that, because especially in Africa, once you're gaining followers, automatically it's like ants and sugar, brands will start getting attracted to you. So a lot of times people find it hard differentiating. For example, I know of certain platforms, I don't want to mention names, that don't pay Africans. right? So you can have like 10 million followers on that app and you will still not get paid. But the avenue that brings money for some of these people on that thrive on that app is brand partnership. So would we say that it's the content creation itself or the skit making itself that brings the money, or the fact that you now get visibility, you're getting followers, so brands are attached to you in a way?
I think it goes both ways, right? Okay. So you have to actually create the content for you to be first seen,
right?
For you to have that visibility that you require. And when you want to be a content creator, you have to decide what niche you want to follow, right? Because now, I think a lot of brands are understanding the fact that you cannot just meet any content creator to just give your product to advertise, right? And I always like to also tell people that there's a difference between a marketer and an influencer. I always like to just put that difference, because people just come to influencers and are like, yo, I have a product and I want you to influence. Now, they will want that influencer to go ahead and also give them clients that will come and buy, like close the deals for them and make the clients buy. That's not the job of an influencer. That's the job of a marketer.
Yours is just to influence.
Mine is just to influence and give your brand that trust it requires. So when somebody sees my face and like, okay, this guy, they advertise for this, so I can trust this company enough to want to deal with them, right? So what was the question again? So I don't.
So basically, differentiating between what brings the money. Is it the content creation or is it?
Okay, So it's the content that brings the money.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the content that brings the money. And once your content is very, very sleek, there's something called target marketing.
Right.
So for instance, now if I want to advertise a product for skincare, I'm not going to meet.
That's skincare. Let's not even go there.
I'm not going to meet a skit maker that is funny to advertise skincare. I'm going to meet a lifestyle influencer that vlogs about her life. That's a baby girl, that kind of thing. That's target marketing.
But what if the skit maker that is funny has a good skin?
He has it. I'm just saying target marketing. A skit maker can actually advertise.
So I'm trying to say, because a lot of brands, I think they have misplaced priority in that space. They just see someone who looks good, who looks like they're maintaining well, without knowing whether the person can market the product well, and then they just, we want you to market for us.
So brands are now evolving. And people now understand that if you want to, people know what an ad is, right? So if I want to advertise News Central, for instance, and I want to say it on my video, I will not come outside and say, watch News Central, it is the best TV to watch. People know this thing, right? So I might just be speaking in my video and I just put News Central somewhere. That's an ad. And people will get the message, right? So the content itself is what gives you the visibility and gives you the following, right? Because it's one thing for people to follow you, it's another thing for them to stay on your page. So it's your content that will keep them coming.
Okay, so Lexie, you've been a TV presenter. You are an excellent event compere. How did you think of, because I mean, your niche is basically not just Vox Pop now, but matchmaking videos, and that's what got you a lot of views and all that. How did you think of coming up with that?
To be very honest, I think my passion was presenting, still presenting. Right? Just one thing happened and the money wasn't right. I had to switch.
A little setback.
You get me? So, and when in a country where you cannot do one thing for long, right? Because you need to keep evolving yourself. So, and also comparing, hosting an event comes natural to me. And matchmaking was a thing that happened by luck, to be honest. I just tried, the first time I tried it, it was just something I did. It was not planned.
Right.
And that wedding was the wedding I collected the highest money ever. Or that was the wedding I was paid the most in my life. I think this was last year, April, right? And I just did it. We'll just see as it would be. And it went crazy. Like every blog posted about it. And that video is currently on like 2 million views on my TikTok. Yeah, so ever since then I was like, okay, I think I know how to do this. And we have a lot of single people in our gym, single ladies,
even single men,
and single men, and people want to, get into a relationship. So I was like, okay, you know what? At every wedding ceremony, all those Ashwebi ladies and bridal train, I'm sure most of them are usually single. So this is like an avenue for them to come together and meet somebody new. That is, that's why some ladies actually go for weddings. Because they want to meet them.
Of course. So
I'm your guy. So I am that. I'm the bridge to connect you to your partner. You get me? So yes, that's why I just started it. And some brides usually say, "Please, I want you to do matchmaking. I want you to matchmake my friends." And So I took it very serious, and yeah.
So do you think that this thing that happened with you, I mean, of course, you didn't plan to do it, but you saw that it was doing good, I can just, divert a little, we'll come back. So do you think it's similar to what happens to a lot of youths? Because I, for one, I can tell you that I never really wanted to be a presenter. I didn't know what I wanted to do, let me be honest, but I found myself enjoying it. So the question is, does that happen to a lot of people? And is it a good thing? Can we call it an advantage? Because then a lot of people delve into something that works short term, but eventually they start struggling with it, because it's a different thing to have a focus, and then it's another thing to just delve into something that you find profitable, and then you get stuck. So are we going to say that's a good thing?
I think it's a good thing, because when you start something, most people start things without really understanding why they're starting it, right? You begin to discover yourself when you're actually in the verge of doing everything you're doing. And in the point of doing it, you might just find out that, okay, I think this works, this doesn't work. So because this works, let me focus on it. And when you focus on it, you find out that you start making money from it. But people that just see, because I've seen a lot of people do my matchmaking videos, like some MCs. I'm not going to call names. Well, I see you. And I realized that most people that copy content or just go ahead to like do what they have seen will not do it exactly how the creator did it. They could just try. And I see that when I check their views and engagement, they're usually not a lot. But anytime I do this thing, it usually just people are just natural. Exactly, you get me. So I feel like find your niche, find what you're passionate about, because if you're not passionate about something, you're going to stop it along the line. So find what you're passionate about, and I don't think money should be yours. So I know it sounds cliche now that I'm saying it, but
even to me, because I feel like just giving you a big
no, to be honest, to be very honest, money is a proper motivation, but I don't think it should be your sole reason for going into whatever you want to go to, right? Because I did a lot of free jobs. I wanted to get that experience, that exposure. Like for instance, now somebody texted me this morning when I was on my way here, and she said she's booking me for a wedding in Calabar, December 21, and I was like, I checked my calendar, like, yo, I'm already booked for that date. Can I introduce my colleague to you so that you talk to her? She's like, let me see his Instagram page. Let me see his profile. I'm like, so now this now shows me that a lot of people are checking your Instagram pages. You're checking your social media presence and engagement and stuff. So if you don't put out good work there, they won't call you out. So yeah, I feel like do what you believe in and be passionate about it. That passion is very key. If not, you stop.
Let's talk about content creation and the unnecessary content that comes inside of it. And I know you know what I'm talking about. The nudity, the
shake 7 times or jump 6 times.
Honestly, like it's becoming excessive. And then recently, the board in charge of censoring this says, don't ask me the full name. I know it's NFVC, something like that. But the board has said that they're going to, put a check to the glamorization of this unnecessary content and all. And it cuts across Nollywood, it cuts across skit-making and stuff like that. Why do you think that people see it as a necessity to add an unclad woman or someone who maybe there's just something that, people always say that we've lost we no longer have the culture of shame, so a lot of times maybe they pay a content creator to advertise, say, a pill, for example, maybe a medication, or like drugs prescribed. And then you now see a naked woman and you're asking, what is the correlation? So I'm asking you, what is the not like you do it, but
no, I can explain that.
But what is the correlation?
So here's the thing, right? I need you to understand the fact that every content has its audience, no matter how unclad or how you might come as, you get me? So, and there are different products that requires some type of advertisement. Now, because when you said pill, that's why I asked what kind of pill. There are some kind of pills that require you to be a little bit unnecessary in your word. I'm sure they get what I'm saying, right? So there are some pills that help marriages to stay together. Like for instance, if you're not performing your duties well, there are some things that help you enhance this thing, and so you need some creators that have that niche. So just like I said, every content has its audience, right? So, but when you now try to advertise something that does not even correlate with it, that's where there's a problem.
Exactly.
For people that do that kind of content, I feel like, can I use this word? Sex sells. I'm sorry, but sex sells, right? And a lot of people know that sex sells, so that's why they keep pushing and promoting, because it keeps getting engagement.
So we can say that the problem is not the content creators, the problem is the society.
Nah, me and you be the problem.
No,
Well, the problem because we actually watch this kind of content, and so that's what it is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's fair. That's fair. But very quickly, I'm going to ask now, bringing it back to the youth, because basically this is a youth show, and we try as much as we can to tell the youth that you don't have to wait for the government somewhere, you know, to help you come. Maybe what you read in school, just try and force you to. There are a lot of ways to succeed, you know. So from your own understanding, how do you think youths can find themselves, especially in this era where anything, like people are influenced by anything. Someone who has no business with event hosting, for example, can just see you doing your thing, see the number of followers you have, and then they ditch the baking they're doing and they're like, no, this is the one I want. So how would you advise youths to find themselves, stay true to themselves amidst the distraction?
So the first thing is, I think you need to find what your strengths are, like know what you can really do, right? So if you know that speaking is not your strong suit, you're not going to come out and say you want to be a presenter or an MC. You're going to mess up on stage, right? So find out what you're really good at. I'm sure there's something you're really good at. And there are some things that you're really good at that should just be your hobby. It should not be something you should pursue professionally. Like, I'm good with music. Right? I can play like 3 instruments and I sing, but I don't want to be an artist, because I feel like I'm not going to be the best artist out there. Do you get me? Yeah. So, but I feel like when you find what you really are good at, then you can now get a proper plan. Then watch content creators or influencers or people around that niche that you want to do. Watch what they are doing, then take from there, take from here, and establish
not copy
yourself.
And paste.
Not exactly copy and, because there's really nothing that's new, right? But just take from here, take from there, and add to yourself and do what you think you can do to get better. But be passionate about it. That's why I said money should not be your driving, because you're going to do this thing for 1 year and you will not see money.
True.
You're going to stop.
True.
Eventually, get me? So be really passionate about it, right? So when I was a presenter, I was passionate about it because I wanted to be the next big thing, you get me? And along the line, I was
I know that time.
Exactly. Let's leave it. But I found out that almost this road, I want to be the next big thing. This road not really clear. Let me get to something that let me get something that will give me money consistently, and you know, that's what it is.
Final question: do you think that social media has helped to amplify? Because first of all, there are some careers that would not exist without social media. So how do you think that it has helped youth of these days and content creation generally?
First of all, it has given the youth a voice. Like now, businesses are scared to mess up, right? And because they know that if you mess up, they will drag you online. And once they carry your business online, your business is almost crossed out. You get me? And now there's a cancel culture in Nigeria. So once everybody's against you, it's going to be difficult for you to come out. So one of the benefits is that it has given the youth a big voice. They can project themselves outside. You know, you could be in your corner, do what you do, and make a lot of money from it, right? Rather than before, you have to wait, go for a job interview. If they don't give you the work, you stay in your house. You get me? But now people make money from you can sell things online, all right? And you make, I know somebody that sells jewelries, and she makes a lot of money. She hasn't gotten a new car just from selling necklaces, neck pieces, and the like. So it has really done well. I know you want to talk about the bad people insulting parents. Well, everything that has an advantage has a disadvantage. So I'm sorry, I feel like it has more advantages.
Okay, I think that's a good note to end it. Thank you so much, Lexie, for that. And we'll talk about this used to, was kind of thing. I'm not comfortable with the past tense you're attributed to this. But anyways, thank you so much. We do know that social media has helped amplify some of these things. And I think that, like you said, everything that has a positive has a negative. It's for you to focus on the positives. And then most importantly for the youths out there, try to find yourself, for yourself. Do not allow an influencer to influence you into a lifestyle that is not yours. So basically find what you love to do, and then maybe if you want to be influenced, then look for influencers, like you said, within your niche. Anyways, don't go anywhere. It's still Fafanua Africa. When we come back, we're still talking about skit making and content creation in that industry. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
I'm gonna dance now. Dance now. Alright, now listen. DJ, wait. Something is telling me something in my ears. Can I pro? Stella, you may kiss the groom. So, Alright. Come. On your cheek, kiss him on the cheek. On a peck. He's going. So now, collect her number. My brother, what you just did? His love is sweet, I know. Relax. Collect her number. So I never grew you before. Collect her number. Collect his number. Go home and multiply.
Now why we they call am so? Now why did they always turn?
Thanks for staying with us on Fafanua Africa. If you're just joining us, you've missed a little, but you've not missed everything. We're talking about skit making and content creation generally. And before the break, we had Lexie Armani talk about content creation and, his own side of it. But that's not all, because we're still talking about that topic. Skit making is an industry that was birthed about a decade ago and now is gaining as much momentum as Nollywood itself. But the industry does not come without its own challenges, as much as, it's getting a lot of big bucks for people, but there's still other little challenges here and there. And we want to discuss skit making generally at large. And with me here now is my very own personal person, Brobouche. Thank you so much for joining us.
How are you doing?
I'm great. So Brobouche is a skit maker, a content creator. He is one of the industry's finest. And I was lucky to have been featured in one of his skits. I think that was the first time we met.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So how is skit
now we're a
making?
producer.
Oh, wow. Oh, that deserves a round of applause. Wow. How would you describe skit making and how has it been for you generally?
Great. To be honest, I think it's like a reflection of who you want to be, but in quote, a simpler version then. Yeah. Like if you want to make film, you can start with
skit making.
Yeah, something like that.
And do you think that it's hard to get into that industry? Because, I know for content creation, it can be easy. You just become a lifestyle content creator, a blogger and stuff. But skit making, I think it requires a special kind of ability or skill to become a skit maker. So how easy would you say it is to get into that industry?
It's not easy. First, I think, because skit is like you're acting in a shorter version. Then you just have to be an actor. If you're not an actor, maybe you can do content creation and dance on TikTok.
Okay. How would you say, or what would you say motivated you into skit making?
From uni, I was doing stage play.
Wow.
I was a thespian. Oh, still a thespian. Yeah, always a thespian. So, but when you get out of school and that film is so difficult. It's not easy to get movie roles, but you just need to do something. It's like a portfolio. Like, I can act. Okay, what have you done? Oh,
skits. Oh, okay.
That's it.
So it's like a mini audition.
Kind of.
Like, okay.
Yeah. Instead of going to Ikeja and all these places to go and do audition, you can easily just shoot yourself.
But do you really have to be interested in movie roles to be a skit maker?
Nope. You don't have to. It depends. Everybody has their drive to get into something. Some people just want to do it. Some people do because it gives you money.
Yeah,
that's okay.
So what would you say determines success for skit makers? Is it that I've featured in 1,000 skits, or I've made so much money from skit making, or brands are reaching out to me from skit making, or I'm getting followers? What would you say skit makers term success?
I think if you're happy, you're successful about it. If you are not happy, then you are not.
Right.
I don't think it's about money. It's about how many numbers you've done, about this. Because numbers are never equal. Money cannot be equal. You can be richer than me, I can be richer than you. Like, but I think if you are happy, then I think you're successful.
How impactful would you say that skit making industry has been, especially for the youths? Because a lot of people, like you said, getting movie roles are difficult. A lot of people who are, let's not even talking about those who did not have passion for movies. There's so many people who come out of school and are wishing they could get, you know, a movie role. But now with social media and all, they can just start up with their friends and all and start, you know, making skits, like start up a series, and before you know, their numbers are blowing up. So how impactful would you say the industry has been for the youths, especially in this part of the world where we tackle unemployment?
It's dope. Very, very impactful. Like, it's like, instead of, because while growing up, you don't really have to do much. If you are done with school, you have to go and work. Now people have alternatives, they have options. You can say, oh, you want to shoot this, you want to shoot, or you want to become this. And you can really become that. And I think that's dope. You don't need to wait for minimum wage of 60,000. They will fight all the days of their life.
There's no good thing that doesn't have its own challenges, right? So what would you say the major challenges of that industry is? Skit making, content creation, everything put together.
Finance. I think finance for every sector of life. Finance. Money. To even buy the phone to shoot it is quite a lot. How much is iPhone? They don't use Android to shoot skits.
And these days, people don't even use iPhones anymore. Like,
yeah,
they
camera now. And
proper setup.
Do you know how much they rent camera? Yeah, how much is this camera? Like, it's a lot, quite a lot. I think that's like one of the biggest challenges. Money to shoot. People strategize now. You don't just go and shoot. You know.
Yeah, there's that.
I think if you're shooting indoor, it's even better. Once you're going outside, quite a lot. If you shoot on these streets, oh my God.
Wow.
Quite a lot. Wow. 10,000 people can just gather now.
Wow.
Like, biggest challenges. If you go to other places that is not your area, you know, like, it's a lot. I was shooting with a friend of mine. I went to his place. You know, it was crazy.
Was it outdoor?
Outdoor. It was very crazy. Yeah. Very, very crazy. I even dropped from my money.
For his project?
Yeah, trust me. Yes.
Wow.
No, it was crazy, crazy, crazy. So I think that's like, those are like one of the biggest challenges. Finance, shooting people and stuff like that.
So compared to what the ROI usually is, would you say that it's worth the investment? Because a lot of times, like you said, renting cameras, getting people, and there's some people that you get to feature in your skits. Maybe the up and coming can do it for free, but there's some people that you really want to appear. You still have to do something for them. So putting all of that into consideration, and then what you expect to get from that, would you say that it's, you know, it's a good balance?
Just take it as an investment. You're just investing. When you're reaping it, nobody will know that, oh, you sacrificed like a lot. But it's like sacrificing something for something. I think that's it.
Okay, so let's talk about another aspect of skit making, which is the whole vox pop and prank videos that people do. Personally, I've never really understood the essence of those pranking, because I mean, I'm not an extremist, so I don't like it. Rough play, it's not, count me out. But over time, we see that those kind of videos have grown, you know, have garnered a lot of followers, a lot of views and likes and all. Let's talk about the risk associated with that. I've seen videos where, you know, in trying to prank someone, the person runs to the street and loses his life and all that. Is that not something that needs to be considered? Is there a limit? What is the boundary that we shouldn't go beyond when it comes to those kind of videos?
First, there are different kind of pranks. The extreme ones, the ones that... But I don't know about pranks, but I think that for whatever people wants to do, and you know, people are so emotional and they love something. It did not happen. No, it broke the guy's glass, the windscreen, this, the that, which is not bad. Some people do normal pranks. And I feel like all are great, to be honest.
Okay, so let's even leave prank and come back to skits, right? Let's talk about the extremities when it comes to skit making. There are some videos that we see unnecessary things, and I think it's kind of getting out of hand where now you hardly see skits without nude ladies, skits without, you know, naked people, unnecessary vulgar language and stuff like that. Is it really necessary? I know that there, you know, like the movie, for example, there's some settings and props that you need to depict the kind of message you want to pass, but some of these things are not necessary. Why do we, is it that it appeals to people? Is it that there's a particular target audience? What is it about?
Like I said before, skit is like a semi-movie, kind of. For everything you can do in a movie, you can do it in a skit. If people love it, yeah. If they don't love it, it's, you know, you are creating it in your comfort zone. You are thinking that everybody's going to love it, or people are going to love it. Maybe not everybody. If they don't, there's nothing you can do about it. But you are thinking it, and you have to do it the way you are thinking it. Right. So I feel like I don't think there's anything about extremity in creating stuff. You just have, maybe you know your target audience, you know what they like. I don't do extreme stuff. Maybe nudity, I really don't. But because maybe my audience don't like that. Maybe the characters I've depicted myself, for example, Agent Awilo. There's nothing about Agent Awilo that have to be nudity like. Apart from giving people houses and renting, and I will scam you.
Let's talk about that. What motivated that character?
The Agent Awilo.
Yeah, because I would say that's my favorite character so far. I noticed it just came out.
Yeah.
So did you like experiment? Maybe you just let's try this, and then you see that you know.
No. Shout out to Biodo Stevens. Biodo Stevens is a movie producer and a director. So I was on a film. Picture Perfect. The name of the character is Agent Awilo, traveling agent.
Okay.
That was the first time I saw the stuff, I got the stuff, but traveling, flight and stuff.
Yeah.
Very useless guy. Okay. Trust me. I don't even know why she cast him for that role, but very useless guy. So when I go back home, I've never had agent issue before in my life. In my life. No agent issue. But I just felt like, oh, I can do house agent. That one is longevity. You can do it for a long period of time. Yeah. I just felt like, okay, let me just. So in my head, everything I was creating was abstract. I didn't know they were real until people started texting me and said that this happened to me in the Korodu. Like agent, like so one day, I followed my guy. The guy is trying to get house. His name is Lucas. This agent, the water was a lot. He was saying we should come. I swear, there was no place to pass. He said, when are they come? Then I knew that, oh, I think these guys are really a lot. Like, come on.
Wow.
And I think that's when I just, okay, and it's lovely, and I think I like it. What's that? No, there's no money inside the pocket.
Mr. Man,
sir?
This is my suit.
No, it's not your. This one is Zara. It's not your own. It's Zara. Like, stop! Stop! Look at it! What you won't pass me. No, take it. Leave her. Okay, let's go. They just pack everything inside this place. What's all this? This one I've spoiled. Who drop this thing here? Who have suit? Who is Jonah? Who is Jonah of the suit? Who have the suit? Sorry, somebody is a thief now. Who is Jonah? And this suit will suit me. Oh. Who have this suit? Who was it? Who have this suit? So that they run somebody is a thief now. Who is Jonah of the suit? Oh, Dara. Okay. Why do you stand me there? What happened? What's the meaning of this now?
You were one of the robbers that came to attack us in the house.
Robbers! We should not rob anything. What will I rob for what? You! I'm not a robber. I swear. I saw it on the floor.
Don't worry.
You'll be arrested today.
You are going to write that memo. That memo you typed. You are going to type it again in the police cell.
Personally, I can't speak for everyone, but personally, I know that when I see some skits, the more relatable it is to real life, the funnier it is, especially if it has happened to me before. I'm like, this thing is true, it's so true. You know, so a lot of times people just amplify or exaggerate what actually happens. So in that regard, how do you get motivation to, like, it's one thing to create something completely fictional and make people laugh. Is another thing to create something that is very relatable and still make people laugh. And I think that you're an expert at the two. So how do you get the inspiration to just the things you say, the character you portray, you know, even the setting and all that? How do you do that?
Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I just say those things and they sound real. But I don't think they are real. I think they're real.
And it's not like you've experienced them before.
No, I've not. But I think they are real, and at the same time, I think they are not real. It's just in two ways. Because when I think they are real, it's when people say, oh, this agent asked me for 5K consultation fee. Why? When I think they are not real, is when I'm creating them. Yeah. And sometimes people tell me gist. She say, when I want to clear house for a job, this man said, so I'm like, okay. Then in my head, I can exaggerate it a bit. Yeah. Maybe not everything is real. You know, I think there was an agency company one time, and they texted me, please, really? This is not how we do it.
Are you serious?
I was like, you people do some of this, I mean, they say, but not everything. Well, it's the same thing.
Wow. Okay, so with all of this that have been said, one of the challenges that you mentioned was finance. Now, this is a growing industry. Like I said earlier, this industry is thriving now. It started like almost a decade ago, and it's really like side by side Nollywood now. You know, there are skit makers awards. Skit makers are doing big things, even international collaborations. You know, I'm seeing all of that. Would you say that the industry is receiving enough support from the government? Because, I mean, even me that asked the question, I'm laughing because because I know that even Nollywood is struggling to get the support. Yes.
I think you should just leave government. This like individual project. I think you're hustling by yourself.
No, but it's an industry. It's just like Nollywood, right? There are different producers and directors, but it's an industry.
It's becoming an industry now. Before it was not an industry.
Yeah.
Now the government are saying, oh yeah, pay tax, do this, do that.
Which means you should be getting support. Okay, whether or not they're supporting, do you think it deserves the support? Because let's be honest, like, this is the youths making something meaningful for themselves, right? We're not, like you said, we're not depending on the 60K that they are still debating over. So this is like an initiative that the government could not do. The people are taking it upon themselves. So by all standards, shouldn't it have a little bit of support?
Like it should. I don't want to pour out my mind, but
pour it out.
But to be honest, it should. You want to go and shoot, you are parking somewhere and they are saying you pay like 2,000 naira to park. Wow. In front of somebody's house, that area boys are too much. Like, we are supposed to be area boys, but we just decided that, okay, we want to do something reasonable with ourselves.
Yeah.
Same thing. But some people just want to be, then I feel like the government should help us curb one or two. You can't go and shoot in some areas. Yeah, they can smash your camera, they can destroy, they can do a lot of things. And I feel like then, yeah, we need support. It's an industry, is growing, then we need support. If you want us to pay tax, then you need to support us. Exactly. At the end of the day, yeah.
Exactly. So, also still talking about finances, right? There's been a debate for a while about how skit makers get their money. You know, some people say it's the skit itself. Some say it's just the followers that you gather or you garner, the likes that you garner, and then at the end of the day, when brands see that your page is, you know, doing well, they now start coming to you for partnerships. So let's clarify that. Where exactly does the money come from? Some people even say it's not the skit, it's something else.
Yeah, but you're correct. from every angle, from the brands, from the numbers, from YouTube, from Facebook, from every angle, yes. The money is correct.
So how, when it comes to skit making, because I was having a conversation with someone and the person said it's like entrepreneurship, right? Today you get something. I mean, you are trying to be consistent with the skit making. Today there's money. The next 6 months there's no money, and that's just like one of the challenges. So does it cut across the industry? Is it the same for everyone?
Yeah, but if no,
is it yes
today
or no?
there is money, tomorrow there's no money. I don't think so. If you are consistent with shooting, I think you have money almost every time.
Right.
You know, except maybe the views are dropping. You know, in getting money, views is very important. Maybe the views are dropping, or maybe you are just tired. Some people are just tired. Maybe you travel, maybe anything. But if you are very consistent, minus the brand, yeah, I think you have money almost every time.
Right.
And there's no other side to it. Other side, if you want to do other side, that's no problem. But if you want to focus on it, yeah, you are really going to have money.
So the argument sometimes is you see some of these skit makers, especially a particular gender. I know that, a lot of times ladies come under fire for, oh, you're making so much. And it's not just even skits, even the movie industry. You know, let's say a lady just buys a brand new car or builds a house, and people are like, this is not, they don't pay us this much in this industry. Where is your money coming from? So, and then because of that, and that leads me to my next question, because of that, there seemed to be a kind of pressure on the other people in the same industry, like, it's not the same, not the same thing we did do. Like, where's this money coming from? So, do you think that, okay, let me put it this way, does that pressure apply to every skit maker? Like that pressure to always like hit it big? Like, there are people hitting it big out there, you know?
No, I don't think so. I feel like even in other sectors, if you want to hit it big, first you have to think smartly, you have to strategize yourself, maybe not just do what other people do. The lady that bought the car and bought the house, you don't know how strategical the girl is or the lady is. The man that does not have the car or you don't know what he's doing. It's the same movie industry. But people are just different. You know, if I'm playing this role, do I have this face? Do I have the... If a producer is paying me this amount for one scene, it might not pay you the same amount for this. You cannot equate it like that, you know. So I feel like for every legitimate thing everybody's doing, I feel it's dope. If you buy a house or you buy a car, then it's dope. There's nothing extra. There's no... What is the extra
There's
thing?
nothing extra that you know.
Maybe I don't know, but that's not my problem.
Right.
But I feel like for somebody to say I'm an actor or actress or this or that, and I get this, you don't know the dish she just signed. Like, she might not even publicize, oh, I just signed with this brand. You just somewhere with your phone, your iPhone, Android, and just type. Like, she didn't say it, doesn't mean that it didn't happen.
Right.
No.
Okay. So I think final question, or let me say penultimate. Would you say that the skit making industry is here to stay, especially with the kind of audience, the feel that it gives people? Because they say something, especially Nigerians, there are people who adapt all of these things that they are fighting now, strike and no strike. People are looking for skits that will just take away their problems. So putting that into consideration, would you say that this industry is here to stay?
Can you count how many skit makers?
I can't.
It's here to stay.
There are millions. Like, everybody's a skit maker right now.
Yeah, it's here to stay there.
That answers my question, Abby. Okay, so finally, what would be your advice to the youth out there? Because now there's more struggle for people to find themselves, especially with the advent of social media. I mean, people are now influenced by anything they see. Oh, this person is a skit maker and the person is making it big. I mean, should I do skits? Oh no, this person is an MC and they're making, should I do MC? So there's that confusion. Like, people are now, they're no longer doing something that they have passion for. They're now doing something that can bring quick money. So what would be your advice to youth who are struggling to find themselves and at the same time make ends meet in this economy?
First, follow your mind, your passion. That's like one of the most important things, because you can make money anywhere with anything. So follow your mind. If you think you want to be an actor, then do this. If you think you want to make clothes or you like fashion, then do this. Like, you can make money anywhere. So follow your mind. That's one of the most important thing. Follow your mind and be strategic about it. This economy, you have to think.
Yeah, you have to calculate.
You have to calculate very, very well.
All right, Brobouche, thank you so much.
Thank you.
My guy.
I know you are angry. No vex. It's Nuru. The place I want to go and collect phone from. They say it's not in this next street. They say it's in the other street. That's why I now went to the other street. That's what delay me a bit. I'm sorry. Pardon me.
What is this document?
And that's what I said. I've confirmed the money. Everything's intact. I saw the alert.
I didn't ask about the money. Where is the document?
Okay, the form.
Yes.
Oh, okay. No, that one is next week.
Next week what? She wants to move in tomorrow. I said next week.
It's Monday. She I told you as I was sleeping that.
You didn't say anything like that. You didn't tell me anything like that. You didn't.
I said it's Monday.
Are we low now? She needs to move into.
I said this. And I said.
Baby,
Ah.
what are you doing here?
Stop me, John. Okay, I'm coming. Stop me, John. Are you following me? Oh, you want to impersonate me? It's not possible. What are you looking for here? You want to come and spoil your film? I know people like you because you don't have husband. Oh, God will punish you. I will know. You have bought house. You bought house already. Now to spoil it. You cannot walk.
I will know.
Quit. I can't. Okay, calm down. That's now. That's your wife.
Hey! Aki! You bought house for who? Who is this? Who are you? Why will you be asking me? Who are you? Who are you? Wait, who is she? She's even talking back at me. Who are you? You're talking back at me. Hey! Aki, so this is what you're doing this now?
No, baby. It's
Let's go to the house.
Let's go to the house.
Let's go to the house.
We should go to the house.
No, I'm not coming.
I will know. You're coming with me. You're coming with me. Yeah.
It's been a very insightful conversation talking about the skit making industry, content creation generally, and the major thing for the youth out there is try and find yourself. Yes, social media has made life easier, but do not just jump on anything because you feel like it's going to bring quick money. At the end of the day, passion still rules, and I'm sure you would agree with me. Thank you so much for joining us on Fafanua Africa. Stay with us. On our next episode, we'll also be looking into something else for the youth, and you don't want to miss out on that. My name is Blessings Masugu, and I remain your host on the show. Thanks for watching.